Welcome to the Jess and Hardcover comic book news show for the week of July 19th, 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here. Today we're going to be covering a huge amount of news with D23 happening and with a whole bunch of other stuff going on. We have a lot to talk about this week, so expect to be entertained. With me, as always, is, ladies and gentlemen, coming all the way from up north, I forget if you live in Washington or not, Mr. Jess Bragg.
I do. I live outside of the district. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Mr. Bragg, how have you been?
Good. Things are going well. Thank you.
Good, good. It's been a week. Actually, it's been a week since I've talked to you. Usually we talk about 2-3 times through Skype during the week, because of the live show, the Q&As, and this show. It's been a while since we've talked, man. How's everything?
It has been a while since we talked. I wondered if we were still friends.
No, we're still cool. We're still
good. Good. I wondered if I said something to upset you.
No, it's me and Gabe that are no longer friends. I'm kidding. Before somebody sends me a message saying, "Oh, why aren't you cool with Gabe anymore?" I don't know.
No, everything's going great here. I'm quite happy. I'm immersed myself in comic books for the day. I'm going to be reading, and listening to soundtracks, and then doing some reviews. So I'm quite happy today.
That's good, man. It sounds like you're having a pretty good day.
Yeah. Perfect day.
We were talking about just what we want to eat before this show started, and now for some reason, I'm craving everything today. I'm craving pizza now for some reason.
Now you want pizza? It was just Chinese, and before that, barbecue.
No, I know it's gonna be. I'm gonna have to toss up something and figure it out. Or maybe Tex-Mex. You know what? I have a feeling Tex-Mex always wins in this case.
Yeah, it's kind of everything in one.
Yeah, I'd go for some good Tex-Mex. I don't know if you guys have this restaurant over there up north, but here we have this place called Chewy's.
Chewy's? No, I don't recognize that.
Yeah, we have Chewy's, and they have what is called the Elvis burrito, and inside of it is a huge fried egg.
The Elvis burrito. Oh, that sounds good.
It is so good, but it'll kill you.
Well, that's okay. You got to go sometime.
That's true. That's
true.
If you go
by Elvis burrito.
If you're gonna go, there are worse ways to go than going by eating a burrito.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty good, man. I mean, I just found out my phone was stolen and it was blacklisted.
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm an idiot. I went to this website called Gazelle, and they have certified pre-owned phones where they you can trade it into them. They give you credit. You can buy another phone online. I was like, all right, cool. So
yeah,
I bought
heard of them.
Huh?
I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I bought one of their pre-owned phone. It was an iPhone 7, and for the past 4 months, no problems. Saturday morning, I wake up, no service. I'm like, well, that's odd. Maybe they're just having problems or something like that. 4 o'clock rolls around, no service. My brother comes over, and I'm like, hey, do you have service on your phone? He's like, yeah. I call T-Mobile. They go, oh yeah, your phone was completely stolen.
You mean you owned a stolen phone, or you bought a stolen phone?
Yeah, I ended up accidentally buying a stolen phone without me knowing. So T-Mobile's like, yeah, your phone was. Here's the deal: your phone was stolen, and it was reported. Now we just found it and we blocked the phone, so you don't get any service on it, and the phone is basically a giant paperweight. Contacted Gazelle, and they're like, oh man, we're sorry about the whole situation, we'll refund you the money, da-da-da-da. So right now I'm trying to find a decent phone because I'm using this old beat up iPhone 5S that it's really on its last leg. So I'm hoping to get in contact with Samsung at some point today. I've been trying all afternoon to get a Galaxy S8, and for some reason their financing page keeps crashing.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't have any problems credit-wise or anything.
That's wild that they don't contact you at all. They just turn off your service, and that's how you find out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I spent a whole day without a phone, and I was like, what the hell? What is going on? I finally reached out to them, and they're like, oh, yeah, your phone's blacklisted. Oh. No, you could have given me a 24-hour notice before you blacklisted my phone saying, hey, your phone's going to be shut down. Something like that would have been nice.
Yeah. So you could have at least a backup plan.
Yeah. I mean, we're fortunate enough that in this house, we're not pack rats, but when it comes to technology, we tend to save everything. So I've got this old beat up thing, iPhone.
Better than nothing.
It's better than nothing, but it's on this, the screen is cracked. It's on this last whim, so I'm hoping by the end of today I'll have a Galaxy S8 sent to my door within the next week. First world problems, right?
Yeah, exactly.
In the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. I wasn't mad. I was just more annoyed. And the fact that they sold me a stolen phone, but you know. The good news is that I was paying it off, and the $200 that I spent already paying it off, they're going to refund me.
Nice.
A little bit of extra change in my pocket.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there, and I'm sure most of you don't care. I just rhymed. No. So news this week we've got a few good things this week, simply because of the fact that it was the Disney D23 Expo, and this is where Disney announces basically all their movies that are coming out, all the stuff. They've shown off the live action Lion King, which I am dying to see. They've made a whole bunch of announcements, and we're going to cover a few of them, one of which I completely forgot to include in here, which is probably the biggest one, at least for me. But let's start with that one, actually. Incredibles 2 has been announced.
Incredibles is the Fantastic Four movie that never got made.
Incredibles to me is the best superhero movie that isn't Marvel.
It is a great movie.
I absolutely love The Incredibles.
Yeah.
Let me actually pull up that. But Incredibles 2 is slated to release next year, and it takes place immediately after the first one ends.
Okay.
Remember at the end of the first Incredibles, it's been a long time since I've seen that.
Yeah, it has been. Me too. I don't know if I'm going to remember.
Where the guy with the giant drill, who's basically the mole man, he comes out and he threatens the Incredibles family, and they go off to fight him.
Yeah.
It's basically going to be taking place right after that.
Okay. So they deal with Mole Man?
Basically. Here are some of the key reveals at the D23 Expo. We're just going to go through a few of the lesser highlights simply because we could be here all day if we really went in depth with it. Star Wars. In the same weekend that the late Carrie Fisher was movingly inducted as a Disney legend, fans also got a behind-the-scenes teaser for December's The Last Jedi, in which Fisher will appear. Perhaps Disney is saving the next True Jedi trailer for this week's Comic-Con. I saw the behind-the-scenes video, and Carrie Fisher pops up in a few places in it, and I got misty-eyed a little bit.
I bet.
It was rough. I didn't expect to be touched that much. And like you see some of the people that they were talking about her, and they were explaining her legacy and how much she meant to her and everything. And I was starting to get misty-eyed watching it.
Yeah, I got teared up at the end of what was it, Rogue One, where she appears, the CGI of her. That was right after she died, the day after she died that I saw that, and I absolutely teared up seeing it.
Yeah, same. Wreck-It Ralph 2. I love the first one. Ralph Breaks the Internet, next year's sequel to the Disney animation Smash, featuring the voice of Cerberus. Provide an occasion to mash up Disney franchises. Okay. All right, never mind that one. Nothing big there. Incredibles 2, director Brad Bird teased next year's long-awaited return of the Parr family with a new look at Baby Jack Jack. Pixar also teased 2019's Toy Story 4, an untitled suburban fantasy film from the Monsters University director Dan Scanlon, inspired by tragedy from his own youth. Basically, what you need to know about this is Toy Story 4 is announced. The general premise is for Toy Story 4 that Little Bo Peep is missing, and they go find her. These Toy Story movies, they seem like they're repeating the same film over and over again. It seems like it's the same plot.
Somebody goes missing?
Yeah.
Well, toys go missing.
Yeah. But it's kind of the same plot, though, for the past 3 movies when you think about it. And I'm pretty sure there's somebody out there that is just pissed off at me right now. You shut your whore mouth. Not the same movie.
I don't know. I got choked up at all 3, or especially 2 and 3. There were scenes in there that I got so choked up I could barely breathe. So I don't. It may be the same formula, but they sure work on an emotional level.
Oh, 3, man. Oh, 3 crushed me. I was like, oh my god, I was crying in the theater. But those are some of the lesser stories that I just kind of wanted to brush through. Here's one that I found pretty interesting. How much does Comic-Con cost, and how much does it make? So, Jess, if you were to take a guess, how much
Oh,
do you think?
I couldn't even begin to ballpark it. I don't
Okay.
even know who runs Comic-Con and who gets the money is my question.
In the period that ended August 31st, 2015, Comic-Con International reported a combined revenue of, take a shot in the dark.
2 billion.
No, way less.
Way less?
Yeah.
100 million.
No, way less.
2 million.
19.5 million.
$1.35? Oh, 19.5 million?
Mm-hmm.
That was their revenue?
Reported a combined revenue of 19.5 million for both that year San Diego Comic-Con and WonderCon. That was August 31st, 2016.
WonderCon. That's a Southern California thing too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a real scratch to have that much revenue, but how much of that is profit?
That's what I was wondering. It doesn't say that here.
Oh, it just says what the revenue is?
Yeah, how much does it make? Although Comic-Con is no longer the longest comic book convention in North America, it remains the most popular in the general public, but its operations have largely been behind closed doors due to being a non-profit. I didn't know it was a non-profit.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that. But Deadline has recently obtained the organization's 2015 IRS filings, revealing some key details about its operations and bottom line. So, in the period that ended August 31st, 2015, Comic-Con International reported a combined revenue of 19.5 million for both that year San Diego Comic-Con and WonderCon, which the nonprofit also owns. That is up 14% from its 2014 revenue of 17.1 million. While the revenue went up 14%, the expenses only went up 10%, 15.3 million in 2015 to 13.9 million in 2014. So the net gain for Comic-Con International was only 4.5 million in 2015 and 3.4 million in 2014. 32% increase year to year. Now, you work with a lot of numbers and stuff like that. Is that good? I don't know.
A 32% increase in revenue?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Right?
That sounds pretty good to me.
Okay.
I would think that's healthy. For something that's been around as long as it has. I don't know. It's not like it's doubling in size every year like smaller cons are, but 32%, I don't know. That sounds good for revenue generating company.
It does, and honestly, I was expecting a little more.
Uh-huh.
I was expecting quite a bit more.
That's interesting that it's a nonprofit. I didn't know that.
I didn't either. I would not have guessed that San Diego Comic-Con and WonderCon, what are arguably the biggest conventions in the world, are nonprofit organizations. Learn something new every day, right?
Yeah. Especially when you watch the news with Jess and Hardcover.
Let's get to something that's probably more people will care about. Horror. I said horror, not horror legend, right? Horror. I'm terrible at that. George Romero passes away at the age of 77. George A. Romero passed away Sunday, July 16th, after a battle with lung cancer, according to the Los Angeles Times. Romero was best known as the writer-director of the zombie films Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, and other films in the franchise. 1940, as George Andrew Romero, he is considered the creator of the modern zombie trope. In addition to films, Romero wrote several comic books such as Toe Tags at DC Comics and Empire of the Dead at Marvel Comics. He had a good run, though.
Yeah, considering he invented a whole genre, basically, or reinvigorated it with life, you can't really say enough about him. I remember being a little kid and being terrified at Night of the Living Dead. I mean, just the panic of those people in that house and the bone-munching zombies outside was just freaked me out.
Yeah, guys, if you've never seen the classic Night of the Living Dead, do yourself a favor and go watch it. It's a film that still holds up really well, and its horror elements are surprisingly really good. Like all all those zombie tropes that you know and love, they came from this guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't overstate his importance.
No, not at all. George Romero was supremely important in the horror genre, and not only that, but George Romero was also one that he kind of broke trends because at the time, this was in the 1970s, the black character lives. At the end of, I believe it was either Dawn of the Dead or Night of the Living Dead, but the black sheriff actually ends up being the only one that lives.
Right.
But he will be missed. He died of lung cancer. Poor guy, but still, 77, man, he wasn't even that old. You've got guys like Ridley Scott that are kind of creeping up into their 70s, and they're still doing films left and right.
Ridley Scott's in his 70s?
I think he's in his 60s.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, let me fact check that. Give me a second. Ridley Scott age. Ridley Scott is, whoa! Take a guess.
I don't know. 68.
No.
How old?
I didn't believe this when I just pulled it up. 79.
Ridley Scott's 79?
79, dude.
Wow, he got a late start then, sort of, didn't he? He's been directing. What was the first really big movie he did? I guess Alien.
Well, Scott started late into the industry. He started, I think, when he was in his 30s, if I'm not
I guess
mistaken.
so, yeah.
Yeah. 79, dude. He does. Props to him because he does not look his age, and he's still making movies.
Yeah.
Man.
79. Whoa.
Yeah. So, but George Romero, you will be missed. You contributed a lot to horror. You contributed a lot to my childhood, and I wish you peace and love and all that stuff. And I hope your family is comforted and all that.
He permanently scarred my childhood.
He messed me up a few times.
Yeah, I remember watching it on late night TV, being petrified.
Speaking of scarred childhoods, if you were paying attention to Twitter this past, I want to say Sunday, you would hear the screaming of thousands of man beards and man children all across the world.
I already know where this story's about.
You know where it's going. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our new nerd pope. The new Doctor has been announced. The 13th Doctor has been announced, and guess what? It's a female. And what happened?
Oh no, a woman.
Yeah. Okay. The BBC has revealed the new 13th Doctor, and as somewhat expected, it's a female Doctor. Actress Jodie Whittaker. Now, I've only seen her in one film, Attack the Block. She was really good in that. She said, "I'm beyond excited to begin this epic journey with Chris and every Whovian on this planet." Whittaker said in the anticipated Sunday announcement, "It's more than an honor to play the Doctor. It means remembering everyone I used to be while stepping forward to embrace everything that the Doctor stands for. Stands for hope. I can't wait." Whittaker takes over for the existing Doctor, Peter Capaldi, who took over the role in 2013. The 12th Doctor Who have been... Who the hell wrote this article? The 12th Doctor Who have been, of course, Jesus Christ, up until now, all men. That was okay. So basically, what they're saying is, until this point, every single Doctor that we've had in terms of Doctor Who, dating all the way back to the 1970s, have all been white men.
Yeah,
this is the first time that we have a female Doctor, which, you know, it's great. It's progressive. I would actually almost argue there are more female fans of Doctor Who than there are male fans, at least what I've seen at conventions. And of course, people flip their shit on Twitter. because it's a female Doctor. So, do you know the general premise of Doctor Who? Do you know how they can flip actors, right? With the whole that he can regenerate his body and everything, correct?
That's about all I know.
Okay. So, the way Doctor Who works is that he's a species of being called the Time Lord, and if he's hurt or if he's killed bad enough, or if he's killed, he can do what's basically called a regeneration. Basically, it's just like an open door for them to be able to replace actors if an actor, feels like he's done with his time as on the show, or if he wants to move on to something else. So every single time that Doctor Who is hurt, he ends up regenerating and we get a new actor. They've never had a female Doctor Who. However, they've apparently been hinting at it happening throughout the past year. And of course, this time we're getting a female Doctor Who. I think it's great.
I think it's great. I just never understand the reaction of people that flip out over something like this. It's not a big deal. It's a tiny little thing, and you've really got to be just some kind of archaic thinking to object to this. That's just ridiculous. It's just a character in a made-up show, and just get with it.
Well, not only that. Okay, you have a being that can change his body, his size, every single time he's hurt. And you are complaining because it's going to be a female. I don't see what the problem is. I really don't. If she does a great job on the show, fantastic. If not, then oh well, then they'll probably replace her with somebody else next. All I know is that for years, fans have been clamoring for a female Doctor or a black Doctor, and we finally got one. So I'm personally really excited about this. I haven't watched Doctor Who in years, so I'll jump on. I'll watch it. Sure, why not?
No, I've never seen it, but I still don't get what the big deal is about it being a female.
I don't either. I don't think you probably wouldn't like it. The show's really not that. It's very low budget.
Yeah, if it's a typical BBC production, then I can see it being read. Am I breaking up?
No, you're fine. You were blinking for a minute, but it's fine. You can keep going.
I hear me as a big buzz going on. If it's a typical BBC production, then yeah, it's cheap as shit. So
yeah,
I probably wouldn't dig it.
Now, have you seen Sherlock?
I have not. But I hear that's awesome.
I think you would enjoy Sherlock. Sherlock is pretty good.
I saw Jodie Whittaker in Broadchurch. That was a great show.
How is that?
That is great. That has so many twists and turns. You don't know what's going on. And David Tennant's in it, and he's great. And the female detective in it is great. It's unbelievably great.
I need to watch that.
Yeah, don't look at the American remake. That's not worth your time. But the original British Broadchurch is fantastic.
Is this still going on, or has it been canceled?
I think that it may have been. I think that in England there may be 3 seasons of it. I've only seen season 1. That's all that's been released here in the States. But yeah, season 1 is just a gut wrencher. It is unbelievable. Okay. You and your gal would dig it. It's an unbelievable crime mystery saga.
I'm definitely gonna have to look into that. Yeah, she's been, since we just got Hulu, she's been watching a whole bunch of different things whenever she has a spare moment. She's been watching Bizarre Eats lately, which is pretty cool.
Bizarre Eats? What are they eating, like scorpions and stuff?
Yeah, it's actually. At first, it was this retail show, Flipper, the one that we mentioned to you before.
Oh yeah. Fixer Upper.
Fixer Upper, yeah, that was pretty good. She actually got me hooked on it for a while.
Yeah, I'm hooked on that show too. My wife got me hooked on that show too.
Let's see. Well, I covered that. Okay. So good news for everybody out there that was at the D23 Expo this weekend. Lucky bastards got to watch the first trailer for Avengers Infinity War. And apparently it was really impressive, and it blew the socks off of everybody.
Gosh, it hasn't been in production that long, has it?
It's done, dude.
It is?
The first one is done. It's a 2-part movie. The first of the 2 parts is done.
Man, they did that quick. Didn't it start in like February or something?
I want to say, yeah. I want to say it was about, we talked about it on the news show a few months ago. I want to say it was like February or January. They knocked it out quick then.
They sure did. I guess this is now when they wheel in all the special effects and stuff, but wow.
Yeah. Apparently, well, the first trailer was shown, and apparently it's really impressive. And apparently Thanos throws a moon at the Avengers in the trailer.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm all gung ho for it. I can't wait to see it. But as of other things to note about Avengers, they have revealed Thanos's cronies, which are the children of Thanos, and they are the Black Order.
Oh, right.
The Black Order, for those of you that have never read Jonathan Hickman's run on Avengers, which the omnibus just came out, I want to say last week, and it sold out pretty quick, is this group of basically Thanos' henchmen, and each one of them kind of has a specialty. You've got the big brawler guy, which he gets his ass beat so beautifully by T'Challa in Infinity. I love that moment. And you've got Corvo. I forgot who were the members of the Black Order. Jess, my computer's running a bit slow. Could you pull it up real quick?
What am I looking for?
The members of the Black Order.
Members.
My computer's running weird.
Black Dwarf, Proxima Midnight, Ebony Maw, Supergiant, Corvius Glaive,
Yeah.
and Yabat Umanturu.
Have you still haven't read Hickman's run, right?
No, I'm reading that after. That's the next thing I'm going to read after I get done with Hellboy.
Okay, so I'm not going to get into too many spoilers because you haven't read it, but it seems I was really surprised that they are pulling villains from such a recent run, because Marvel seems to have been, well, for the past few years throughout their movies, they seem to pull more classic guys, not stuff that just recently came out. But hey, I'm all for this. These guys are badass. Like, once you read them in Infinity and once you see what they can do, they're all pretty badass in their own way.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty eager. As much as I love Hellboy, I'm pretty eager to read his Avengers run.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen the statues for this?
No, I only saw them covered up. Have they been uncovered now?
They've been uncovered. You should take a look at that.
Okay. Where would I find that?
Just look Black Order reveal. They how they revealed it was that it was just they revealed the statues. You being a statue aficionado, you would probably love this. The Thanos one is great.
Let's see if I can find the statues. Oh, the Thanos was like him in those old style Van shoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did see that. Okay, wait a minute. Black Order statue reveal. Maybe that's what I'll do. Okay, these look cool.
How much do you think those would go for?
Oh man, who's making them?
They didn't say. Gabe was saying he could see each one being about $400 a pop.
Yeah, I think he might be right.
You think so?
Based on this detail, yeah. These look like pretty fancy ass statues.
No, it's not cheap. They're not cheaply made.
No. Wait, what's this called? Infinity War?
The movie's called Avengers Infinity War.
Infinity War. Let me see if I can get a little bit better. There we go. Yeah, I can definitely see those. Those are big. Those are really big. I can see those being expensive, especially that giant. That giant's Hurkin. Bigger than Thanos.
Impressive, right?
Yeah, Gabe's right. Those things are going to be pricey.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? They're gonna sell. The whole set is gonna sell off the shelves so fast.
Yeah, you're probably right. Oh, Thanos looks really good. I can see how Gabe's going to go cuckoo over that.
Oh, Gabe already said that if they release like a life-size Infinity Gauntlet, that he's putting up like a second mortgage to his house. He's definitely going to. He's gonna buy it.
He's the biggest Thanos fan that I know.
He loves Thanos. The dude is obsessed with the character. So
Yeah, well, he has the Infinity Gauntlet tattooed on himself, doesn't he?
yeah, he's got the cover, the Jim Starlin, where Thanos, the classic cover where he's holding up the fist and stuff like that with a gauntlet. He
Yeah.
all that tattooed on his arm.
Yeah, I've seen a picture of him holding it up next to George Perez.
He loves Thanos, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, I am super excited about this. This looks really cool, and props to Marvel. It doesn't seem like they cheaped out on the statue.
No, looks like they licensed it out to the right people. Are we going to talk about the biggest news of the week?
What was that?
Star Wars Village?
Oh, that's right. I almost slipped up. A detailed look at Disney Park Star Wars Land model. Oh my God, this looks incredible.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Oh my God, I cannot wait I honest to God cannot wait for this to open up.
Yeah, to me, that's the big news of the week. I can't wait to go to that thing. That's just going to be, my daughter and I are going to nerd out.
Is that going to be at both Disneyland and Disney World? Disney Park Star Wars theme?
That I don't know.
Because I know it's going to be here at Disney World, but I don't know if Disneyland is going to get it. Because we went to Disney probably about 2 weeks ago, and we saw that they were building it.
Oh, okay. And now, does Disney World have Avatar too, or is that just Disneyland?
Disney World, because Disney World has
Avatar.
Yeah, Disney World has Avatar because they have Animal Kingdom, and that's where the Avatar stuff is at.
Oh, okay. That Animal Kingdom has the best Disney ride. That Yeti ride is awesome.
I've never been on it.
What? Are you a coaster fan at all?
Oh, I love coasters.
Oh, this thing throws you around like crazy.
Really?
Backwards and forwards and stops and starts and going really fast backwards. And yeah, the people I went on it with were like shaken up so much for the rest of the trip they didn't go on rides. It was awesome.
Are you a coaster fan?
I'm not a high coaster fan. I don't dig high coasters, but I like coasters that Disney coasters are about my speed. I know that it's not taking you up 10,000 feet into the clouds and dropping you straight down. But I like corkscrews and going upside down and stuff like that. That's the kind of thing I like. So I like the rock and roller coaster, things like that. Tower of Terror is fine. I don't mind being dropped, all of a sudden. But yeah, this thing, the Yeti ride was good. I really enjoyed it. I think it's the most radical Disney ride.
That's cool. I'm literally gonna have to try it out. We're planning to go to Avatar Land soon. My daughter. Oh, jeez.
What happened?
No,
when did that happen?
No, not yet. My brother's girlfriend, his new girlfriend, she's able to get us into the park, so she's gonna plan to take us to Avatar Land pretty soon.
Oh, cool.
We're looking forward to it. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, this Star Wars stuff, man, this looks impressive. It looks absolutely stunning. The level of detail.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of the pictures of it?
I did. Yeah, my daughter sent them to me. My daughter and I share a love of Star Wars. I managed to pass it on to her.
That's really.
She also said she wants to come on the Omni Bros show and do a question and answer about what I'm really like. I'm like, I don't know that that's a good idea.
No, that's not a good idea.
She says, I want to do it. I want people to ask me questions about the real Omni dog. I'm like,
No, let's not do it. No. Actually, I'm kind of curious now. Now that you shouldn't have said that because now
It's fine with me, but I just don't know how the fans would like it. If the viewers would, well, the viewers might like uncovering some dirt on me. I'm sure that's all going to be what's it like having such an old dad, and is your dad old, and how come your dad's so old, and stuff like that.
somewhere right now Ryan Stace is going, oh my God, this is my chance.
Yeah, exactly. I just picked up some 4K movies for him, so he's beholden to me. I have to
Oh,
mail them to him.
or you import movies to him?
I guess he couldn't find them in England. I got him the 4K Watchmen and the 4K of Leon the Professional at Best Buy, and apparently those are the only places you could get those.
Okay, so but like we were talking about, this looks stunning. I'm personally looking forward to build your own Ewok.
Like Build-A-Bear, it's going to be Build-A-Ewok.
Build an Ewok. I know diehard Star Wars fans, they hate the Ewoks. I love them.
Yeah.
I love Ewoks. So, and maybe if we're fortunate enough, they've got like a thing where you could punch Jar Jar Binks in the face or something like that.
I don't even want to see a reference to him.
Oh, dude, let me tell you something. We went on Star Tours. You know the Star Wars ride that they have at MGM Studios.
Yeah.
Well, they changed it up recently where they have different permutations. So every single time you go on a ride, you go to a different planet.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the Gungans.
Who doesn't, man?
Those racist bastards.
What is Yusa saying?
And we were waiting in line, and my brother goes, "How much you want to bet we're gonna end up on the Gungan homeworld?" And I said, "You shut your whore mouth."
That's what happened.
Sure enough, halfway through the ride, Misa Gungan. I was like, "Oh, no!" That's all you heard. I'm yelling out at the top of my lungs, "No! Get me off of this ride!" I'm laughing next to me.
Oh my gosh.
I hate Gungans. Honestly, if there was a ride where you could drown Jar Jar Binks, I would pay for it.
Who do you hate more, the little girl in Wonder Woman or Jar Jar Binks?
It's a close tie.
Oh, whoa, dude, you're cruel.
No. It's Jar Jar Binks.
By a mile.
By a mile. I hate Jar Jar Binks. I can't.
Yeah. Nobody likes him.
Ugh.
So hateable.
In fact, my pitch for the beginning of the Star Wars Episode 7 is that you cut on the scene. It's a desert, and you open up with Jar Jar's skull in the sand.
And then that'd be awesome.
I would have stood up and applauded.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. With just this big old tongue hanging out.
Oh. In great news, though, Gerard Way's Umbrella Academy is going to Netflix. Gerard Way and Gabriel Ba's creator-owned series, The Umbrella Academy, will be adapted into a 10-episode live-action series for Netflix. I'm thrilled that Umbrella Academy has found a home at Netflix. I couldn't think of a better place for the vision Gabriel Ba and myself had when creating the comic, and cannot wait for people to experience the world in live-action format, says Gerard Way. Dude, I am excited about this.
Yeah, me too. I read it a long time ago, and I remember really enjoying it. I think it's very accessible for one of Gerard Way's books. It's really a great series. And Netflix just has a golden touch. Just about everything it does really well, with the exception of Iron Fist, I guess. I never have watched that. But yeah, that is really exciting news. What a great property to get.
Yeah, Umbrella Academy. For those of you that have never read Umbrella Academy, it's absolutely brilliant. I love this series. It feels like something Grant Morrison would do.
Yeah.
The series tells the story of a group of misfits who were brought together as children and trained to be superheroes by an eccentric mentor, whose sudden death sparks a new series of adventures. The Umbrella Academy Apocalypse Suite was published with over 6 issues in 2007, with the sequel Dallas following in 2008, and Gerard Way has said he's already working on the next one that'll be out within the next year. But I'm super happy about this, and if you guys think that it sounds like X-Men, it's not really excellent. It's way, way, way out there. I mean, one of the characters, he loses his body and his head is surgically attached to the body of a gorilla. Which I'm wondering how they're gonna do that.
Yeah, it's way cerebral. I dug that book.
I love Umbrella Academy. And Umbrella Academy also has one of the best twists that I've read in comics. With one of the, I don't want to ruin it, but do you remember how the end of Dallas plays out?
I don't. I read it back in the 2007 and 2008, so I haven't touched it for 10 years. I just remember loving it.
You know what? I'm not going to ruin it for you. I think you owe it to yourself to reread it, because I reread Umbrella Academy a few months ago, and that twist, I was like, oh, it's so good. It's set up so well.
Speaking of rereading, how's your reading of Codpiece Thor going?
I'm done. I have finished it. Lost the Sea of Galilee. I have passed. I've made it through the gauntlet. I just need to do a review.
I can't wait for that review.
Some wounds never heal. Ugh. I was crying myself to sleep that night. It's finally over.
Don't mess with me in the box office.
Apparently, you got the golden. What was the other deal that we had? Something about a Best Actor nom, right? With Hugh Jackman?
I don't think that was with me.
Oh, I thought it was. Okay.
No, I don't think that was with me.
So, Jess, are you a fan of Garth Ennis?
Yes, I am.
Are you a fan of Garth Ennis in Punisher?
Oh, yes.
Garth Ennis is coming back to write another Punisher story.
Woohoo!
In the Punisher Max universe. Frank Castle first became the Punisher during his final tour of Vietnam. But what about his first tour of duty? A new Marvel miniseries launching this October will answer that. Punisher the Platoon by Garth Ennis and Goran Parlov is a prequel to 2003's Bourne, showing that even before there was a Punisher, there was a darkness inside Frank Castle. Previously hinted at in convention appearances, the Platoon will detail Frank Castle's first military command as well as his first kill. Ennis and Parlov talked to Newsarama about this upcoming 6-issue miniseries and explored their own past with gun-toting anti-hero as well as their own past working together. I'm all for this. I cannot wait. This is a day one buy for me.
Yeah, me too, especially because Garth Ennis can write war stories like nobody's business.
Yeah.
So he writes a great Punisher. He writes great war stories. This is going to be an immediate hit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you've never read Punisher Bourne, it's phenomenal. It's one of the best Frank Castle stories that have ever been written. And if you've never read his Punisher Max series, not his Marvel Knights series, a lot of people get those two confused. And the omnibus that's coming out later this year is the Marvel Knights stuff, not Max. A lot of people get that mixed up. His Max stuff is phenomenal, and it's the defining run of the character.
Agreed.
And Bourne is brilliant because basically what it says is that Frank Castle didn't just become Punisher because of the fact that his family died. He was a little bit messed up in the head before that. What? Yeah. There you go. Hi, baby. Love you. Sorry. But yeah, Punisher Max, such a phenomenal run. I'm super excited about this. Garth Ennis to me is one of those writers that I've never read something that he's written that I don't at least like. Granted, I've never read Crossed. So
oh, brother. That's a whole level of depravity.
Yeah. So really looking forward to this. Can't wait to see this come out pretty soon. And yeah. Last thing of news that we're going to touch on. Mike Mignola is back. Mike Mignola is writing 3 new Hellboy-verse titles, including pairing with Adam Hughes. And here's what I found interesting is that Mike Mignola, remember like a year ago, he said, oh, I'm going to retire. You know, Hellboy is dead. I'm kind of just going to settle back. That lasted all for about like 3 months.
Good for us.
Yeah, great for us. Mike Mignola has revealed 3 new Hellboy-related titles coming in 2017 and in 2018. The cartoonist revealed the previously unannounced project in an interview with The Nerdist. Ugh. Mignola retired as an active comic artist in 2016, but has continued to write and co-write various comic book titles. Mignola will co-write Rasputin, the voice of the dragon, with Chris Robertson, with artists Christopher Minton, Dave Stewart, and Mike Hiddleston, because Dave Stewart is their go-to guy for coloring. Lastly, Mignola will be working with artist Adam Hughes on the Hellboy title Krampusnacht.
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 More
Hellboy.
Krampus.
And Mike Mignola doing a Krampus story, I'm in. I am all in. That sounds fantastic to me.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great news.
I'm happy to see that he kind of didn't go the way of what was that guy? The one that did Calvin and Hobbes.
Oh, Bill Watterson?
Yeah, Bill Watterson, where he just became kind of a recluse. Nobody knows what's really going on with him or anything like that. I'm happy that Mike is still kind of involved in his universe, and he's still very much active in the scene, because Bill Watterson is, he told his story, and Calvin and Hobbes is one of the defining comics of a generation. It's absolutely brilliant, and I love the trade paperback complete collection that I have, because every single time that I'm feeling kind of a bit blah, or kind of in a bummy mood, I pull one of those out, and I'm just like, oh, okay, they're still good in the world.
Yeah, exactly. Those are works of art.
Oh, absolutely. You have the hardcover collections, right? Of the complete set?
Yeah.
How stellar are those?
They're pretty stellar. Yeah, you're right. It's hard to be in a bad mood when you're reading Calvin and Hobbes.
Mm-hmm. I have the trade paperback versions, and I don't regret having the trades because they're nice, but I've seen some pictures of those hardcovers, and they're just gorgeous.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had any problems, but I've heard that some of the hardcovers can have binding problems where the pages come loose and stuff.
Oh, that's disappointing.
So you might be better off with the paperbacks, because I know those are supposed to be really high quality.
That's disappointing.
Yeah.
But Hellboy versus Krampus, I'm all sold on that idea. Anything else you've got, Jess?
No, we covered Star Wars Village. That's what I really wanted to talk about.
We did cover Star Wars Village. So with that said, Jess, where can they find you?
They can find me on YouTube at OmniDog's Vault, where I talk about comics and other crazy stuff. Mostly comics.
And you review things with root beer float.
That's right. I have a root beer in hand, and anything that's awful gets into the root beer hall of shame. I dump a root beer on it.
Damn straight, as it's deserved.
Right. That's only happened once so far, so I haven't read anything really bad since then.
Yesterday I had a pretty good A&W root beer. I sent a picture of it. It was the vanilla one. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I saw that. Was that root beer or cream soda?
Oh, cream soda. My mistake.
Oh, cream soda. Yeah, they make a good cream soda.
Oh my God. Are you a cream soda fan?
Yeah, I love cream soda.
You should try their vanilla. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. I was really
done.
And guys, thank you so much for joining us this week. And no, Justin Hardcover News Show is complete without talking about root beer or soda or some sugary drink inside of it. We should start doing like a root beer of the week segment.
Yeah, that'd be great. You missed the last Omnibros show. We did Dew Bombs.
I saw that. You guys wanted to die from a sugar rush.
Oh my God, my heart was pumping after those things.
Yeah, Riley reached out to me at the beginning of the show before I said, hey, I won't be able to make it. And he's like, we're all doing Dew Bombs. You needed to get a Dew Bomb. And I'm like, what the hell is Dew Bomb?
I had never had a Dew Bomb either. I don't think I'd ever had any kind of energy drink at all.
I can't have them.
I can see why. Man, my heart was pounding.
I can't have them. It has the opposite effect on me. I crash.
Oh, you do?
I crash once I have an energy drink. It has the complete opposite effect. Maybe it's because I burned my body out when I was younger by using sticks.
Yeah, that's right.
But I can't have an energy drink. I don't know what it is about them, but I have an energy drink and 30 minutes later, I just crash.
Wow, that's interesting. I was up all night with that thing.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't get to sleep till like 3 a.m.
Oh my gosh. You get work done. Get a lot of reading done, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys, but thank you so much for joining us, patrons. You are the lifeblood of my channel. You are what keeps it going. I've undergone kind of a change in a bit of the format. I'm going to be doing more voiceover work. So you are going to get a review this week of the first Berserk, and I'm also working on a voiceover video regarding Superman and how he is still relevant today. So that should be out probably tonight. Love you guys. Have a great week.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Bye.